I think that for me comes from Chicago dance music. And I mean that in a way that when I was growing up in Chicago going to raves, everyone in our community was just super proud of the hometown scene, you know? All the DJs in Chicago, Derek Carter, Hyperactive, Mike Dearborn, Terry Mullen, all these guys in the 90s that were just like on fire. Phantom 45, Danny Wildchild. They were just like DJs that we were just super excited about. And it didn't even matter if you got the biggest DJs in the world. You'd sell out a rave in Chicago just by like the best DJs in Chicago. And so that was something that when I came to LA, I found that didn't really exist. It felt like the best DJs in the world come from anywhere but LA. And so that was one of the main motivations for me with SMOG Records was I wanted to create a stable of artists in LA that were LA based and really carry the torch for Los Angeles and, you know, push our city as the place where this music is happening. And I would see, you know, around that era too, guys like Low End Theory were doing the same thing. You know, they were cranking out the Flying Lotuses and the Toki Monsters and, you know, all these beat scene artists and making this community for art and just, you know, taking their friends and just elevating them to another level. I mean, that's one of the things I really love about Los Angeles is just kind of this creative community where people are very nurturing of one another. I mean, for me, it's kind of the same with Imminent. Like I really want our guys to excel and have identities of their own and to be, you know, sought after as artists or performers and just have this like stable of talent that's underneath our, you know, underneath our brand that is just, you know, not just focusing on one person. You know, I've seen it work with other studios where, you know, maybe that one person gets all the credit and there's a lot of designers, you know, animators, et cetera, that feel like maybe that credit isn't really being distributed that well. And to me, it's very important because I think all of us as artists, you know, we're all trying to sort of establish our own identity and feel like the work we do, we get credit for. And so, you know, I really try my best to do that and kind of create that culture. So that's super important to me. You know, I really love to give people opportunities to shine and kind of distribute that credit. And, you know, and I don't always remember to do it. And sometimes it hurts me the feelings when people say, hey, you forgot me. And I'm like, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I mean, that's really just sort of like what I'm focused on with Imminent is just more than just being a design agency, more than just being a crew of DJs, like having this culture of creativity is just a big part of the studio for me. And not making it about myself, but just kind of making it about like this team of people that are doing amazing things. And everyone that works with our group has just been bringing their own talents to the table and having their own special skills. And just that combination of things is what I feel like is, you know, been part of our success so far and, you know, what we're kind of counting on to succeed in the future as well.
I think you've done a great job at doing that. You see that in all the artists on the team. And even one of the things that stuck out to me, one of our first interactions, really, I had reached out to you just like, hey, I just moved here. I'm in the area. And we hadn't really even got a chance to have a meeting or anything. And you recommended me to somebody. I got an email from somebody else like, hey, Drew told me to hit you up. I got a job with somebody else because of you before we had even really talked. So like, yeah, that attitude of just putting people on and, you know, elevating people is, I think, really apparent with how you run your business. It's a really cool thing. And that's something that, you know, drew me to you in the first place. And I think why we've worked together so many times over the years.
Awesome. Thank you.
If you like this clip, check out the rest of the clips and the full length interviews. Links in the description.